So, Why the Last Man, great comic. Oh, there's actually a lot of Why the Last Man news. Fuck, I'm gonna come off like some sort of expert or something. This is just from me seeing headlines on the internet. So, like, as we were saying, we met because of the Why the Last Man fan film. What was cool with doing that, too, is just that at the time, the comic community was very supportive. I got to go to New York Comic Con for free that year because, like, I made a fan film. Yeah, they gave me passes and it was... Like, I still can't believe that because now, like, you can't even go if you, like, pay. It's, like, hard to go.
Is that hard to get in?
Yeah, it's not as bad as San Diego, but it's still not, like... It's not an easy ticket anymore. And so, and like, I just made like a crappy like fan film. But anyway, that's how we met. And so, Why Last Man, an official movie adaptation, various versions had been in the work. Dan Trachtenberg was attached for a long time. Yeah. Then it became like Shia LaBeouf was maybe going to be the lead, and then like all this shit, with DJ Caruso. So it's had many iterations. And then they announced that FX would be developing it for this as like a pilot, and then potentially get picked up the series. So then finally, like a year ago or so ago, they make the pilot within the last year. They have that kid, I can't remember his name, but he was in The Killing of a Sacred Deer. Really weird, good actor playing Yorick Brown. Anyway, it's all coming together. The pilot apparently was pretty good, so they decided to pick it up to series. It's going to come out in 2020, and then they just announced they lost the showrunner a few weeks ago. So they announced, like, yesterday
or today... Is this a second showrunner?
They're on a second showrunner now. They're going to be reshooting parts of the pilot, but I believe they're still going to aim to have the show on the air next year, which is the big news, which is just like, what the hell? Like, why can't they catch a break? But apparently FX really wants to get it right, which... When you think about it, Why the Last Man? Because it's just such an exceptional story, and if you... Now that we're in, not to get too political, but since we're in Donald Trump's America, I do think a lot of the themes from the show are really going to work in its favor as far as being part of the cultural moment. But also, a thing worth noting, also related to Why Last Man news-wise, Vertigo Comics is no more.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah, it's huge.
That is
which,
true.
Like, granted, like I don't read comics as much as I used to, which probably clearly I am responsible for it ending, but
absolutely. Damn it, Ryan.
From what I could tell, DC decided since they're telling edgier stories anyway, there's no point in keeping an imprint. But I feel like Vertigo is responsible for a lot of good, and obviously Why the Last Man being like one of the signature titles. So what I would like to do, and I will get this out there right now, if you could petition FX as well as whoever the new showrunner is. Let me direct an episode of Why the Last Man. I'm decent at directing now. I made the fan film, the first Why the Last Man fan film, probably. Yeah. So let me direct an episode.
So the link will be in the description.
Yeah, link in the description, and like
the new showrunner is Eliza Clark, by the way.
Eliza Clark, and she did some of The Killing and
Animal Kingdom.
Yeah. So, and apparently she was a big fan. Again, that's what they say about all these things. Either way, Eliza Clark, hit me up. I'll work for scale. If I don't do a good job, you could fucking replace me. Just, I'm a white man. I'm entitled to this. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, totally.
You're waiting for your reparations, and this is it.
Brian K. Vaughan, step in.
He's not part of the show
or I think he's just
working on.
He's probably doing the thing where he gets an executive producer credit and maybe gives notes, and then when publicity comes around, he talks about how good it is. That'd be my guess.
Huh. Yeah. But yeah, that's
Barry Keel. I can't say his name. Mojin. Yeah, look at that cast.
Oh yeah.
Marin Ireland. She's on Sneaky Pete. Oh. So there we go. I got a connection.
It's probably Barry. Just Kohan or something like that.
Yeah. But anyway, Barry, the kid from Killing of a Sacred Deer, really weird and interesting actor. So
why do they have to include that Imogen Poots? Like, why do we need to know that?
Because it's just a name.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding.
Amber Tamblyn, Diane Lane.
Diane Lane, I think, was the perfect casting for.
Yeah, Diane Lane's fantastic. That's a good cast.
The mom.
I
really like the cast.
I feel like the show will be great. Have me direct an episode. Yeah. Hit me up.